Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite or Mike. Michael Cole, with Tony Schiavone and with Taz. And today on Dynamite or Mike, we're gonna you know, talk about yesterday, what happened yesterday on Dynamite or Mike. Michael Cole says it was Becky Lynch who fought Sin Cara, beat him, and kept the TWF Allegheny share winnings, Michael Cole says. Yeah, and her mindset and stand has not shifted, Tony Schiavone says. She still believes she's the greatest woman wrestler out there. Well, when you're as great as she is, or as great as she believes she is, you don't have to have any on look. And as far as the stand and the mindset goes, I guess that goes with being a great fighter. Hell, I fought that way when I was the ECW heavyweight fighter the first time, that I was greater than everybody else there. Yeah, until I ended up losing it, that was. Well, it's true, and then you won it back for the two with time, Tony Schiavone said, held it for a week after you beat Mike Awesome for it and then lost it to Tommy Dreamer. Yeah, that's what happened, Michael Cole says. And that was the only time where a WWF then wrestler fought a WCW wrestler at an ECW show. But that was then, and this is now. Oh yeah, Taz said, that truly is. It is. Alright, Seth Rollins says, I'm angry. I should have beat Asuka. I should be the TWF heavyweight fighter. But no, that couldn't happen. And oh, who could I guilt it on? Could I guilt it on my overseer, Paulie Dangerously? Xia Li Aziz? Could I guilt it on my wife, Becky Lynch? Who could I guilt it on? You know, Asuka, I almost had you beat. And I want to have another match with you. So, you come out here, and I'm going to beat you. And I'm going to show you, that I should be the TWF heavyweight fighter for the free whiff time. Well, let's talk about that, Ric Flair says. You talked about who you wanted to guilt everything on. You said, one, you could guilt it on your overseer, Paulie Dangerously, who is written out was written off on WWE due to something going wrong with his neck. You could have guilted on Xia Li or Aziz, but they weren't around in the match either. And you could have guilted on Becky Lynch, but hey, she wasn't around, so how could you guilt that on her? And if you say you want to have another match with Asuka, well, you're going to have to yield in row till after LA Knight has his match with Asuka. And then you can then fight him or her after that. Oh, that's bullshit, and you know it, Ric Flair. Because back when you were a wrestler, you never stood in row. All those times in AWA, MACW, WWF, WCW, WFWE, TNA, WEAW. Yeah, I was guilty of that mindset myself. But that was then, and this is now. That's the only deal. Take it or leave it. Oh, well, you don't give me much of a choosing here, do you? Hey, if you want to have another match with her, that's the only way that it's going to happen. I could go over your head. I could go ask Godjora, the main showrunner, or I could go to Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the head work wicker, if that's what it is. I could go higher than that. I could even go to the under four setter. I could go to the leadership under four setter, Skill Killing, Skill Kim, or I could always go to the the under four setter, Stephanie McMahon, or it could always go to the four setter and head leadership wicker astronomer herself. If you wish to go that far up, be my guest, but I don't think they're going to shift anything. I don't think they're going to, give you another shot. They'll most likely believe that I gave you the fair deal. Well, it looks like Seth Rollins isn't going to be getting, his match with Asuka, the way that he wanted it. Tony Schiavone says. Looks like it is not. That's true, Michael Cole says. It looks like he might not be getting, the match he wanted, or at least not in the way he wanted it, because he has to yield until after, either between Asuka, or LA Knight. And well, guess who's coming? We got Sin Cara in the ring now. Oh, great, Taz says. What's he want? Well, I already had a match yesterday with your wife, who thinks highly of herself as much as you do. And if you want to have a match so badly, you can have it with me. And I don't see Paulie Dangerously or Xia Li or Azeeb's with you right now. So, and I don't see Becky Lynch with you either. So, if you want to have that match with me, then by all means, let's do it. Tell me. I'm the upriser. I'm the seer. I'm the dreamer. I'm Seth F. Rollins. And at the end of the day, you think that you're bold enough to step to me? Oh, this is, okay, alright, this is laughable. But alright, I'll take you up on your deal. I will. Give me a fight, Lord, so I can side stomp your head in. And I'll take you up on that deal. Well, it looks like we are going to have the match between, Mimi, there's no food in there. Well, looks like we're going to have the match between Sin Cara and Seth Rollins here today on Dynamite or Might. Michael Cole says, yeah, looks like that's going on, Tony Schiavone said. And right now, Sin Cara just drop kicked it down Seth Rollins and then body slammed him. Tony Schiavone says, well, Michael Cole said Seth Cara come to the top rope and down on him. Hey, you know what? Taz says, Seth Rollins has a goal. You know he didn't come alone. You know Xia leaves somewhere. You know Azeez is somewhere. You know Paulie Dangerously still handling his business for him. You know Becky Lynch could help him out. Taz says, are you saying that you know what Seth Rollins' game goal is? What he's going to do? Oh, Michael Cole says. Is that what you're saying, Taz says? That you got a man in the inside and you know what they're doing? No, I didn't say that, Michael and Tony. What I said is I have a guess that we know Seth Rollins never truly walks alone. He always does have someone. Oh no, curb stomp on Sin Cara, and now he's down, Michael Cole says. You got that right, Tony Schiavone said. The man has never walked alone. Either when he was in the Shield, when he was in the leadership, even when he was in the Shield, all the 2-with and the 3-with time, either when he was doing his site, and even all the other times in the past, and even now. You know. Taz said, you think he would put an end to this, Michael Cole says. Well, you think he would. And, oh, well, that's it. Looks like it's done. Sin Cara has put all the fight he can give to Seth Rollins, Michael Cole said, with a side stomp. Yeah, Tony Schiavone said Sin Cara did give Seth Rollins a fight, but it looks like it is going to be over. Yeah, it will be, Taz said. We just need to reckon out the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and well, Sin Cara kicked out. And somehow Sin Cara's getting back up now. And oh, he knocked him down. Michael Cole says, don't ask me how Sin Cara came back from this, but somehow he is. And a moonsaw down on Seth Rollins. It looks like this match is over, Michael Cole says. Well, we'll see, Tony Schiavone says, if we can get the 1, 2, 3 out of it. Taz says, I wouldn't bet on that. Oh, great. Ding, ding. Wonderful. Now we got Xia Li in here now, who is the Braun Steiner of the group. Oh, she just kicked him down with her one foot. And Azeez could be the Bronson Reed of the team. We know Seth Rollins never truly walked alone, Michael Cole says. We knew that, Tony Schiavone says. He couldn't fight alone. Oh! And the Fight Lord's having, a hard time stopping these two from fighting. She needs help, Michael Cole says. Yeah, Tony Schiavone said she does need help. She can't do it by herself. And now here comes street follower Kenny Dystra in the ring now, and finally they finally got broken up here. And now Varia and Kenny Dystra have to get Sin Cara out of the ring. Michael Cole says, so we know that Seth Rollins never truly walks alone. He always has folks watching his back. We knew that Xia Li and Azeez would show up. Yeah, we knew that, Tony Schiavone said. We just didn't know where or when they would show up. We know now. Cal said, you should have liked it. I mean, it was great. I mean, watching them beat up Sin Cara, I don't think we'll ever see him again. Well, all right. Michael Cole says, take it away now, Gorilla Monsoon. Thank you, Thank you, Michael Cole and Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with Seth Rollins and his followers, Xia Li and Azeez. Alright, Seth Rollins, you truly don't walk alone, and some would scathe you for being a weakling. Oh, would they, Gorilla Monsoon? Who would these folks be who scathe me for not walking alone? I mean, Sin Cara should have known that I have folks watching my back, like Xia Li, like Azeez. And I want to know where Paulie Dangerously's at, because I know in WWE he was written out being wounded after what Roman Reigns do in WWE, but not in the TWF. I'm right here. Sorry that I'm late. Alright. The way that I look at this is that we are slowly taking over the toy wrestling gathering. And I will be the TWF heavyweight fighter one day. And as Seth Rollins put it, Gorilla Monsoon, a takeover is a very slow thing, but it will happen. I got here Seth Rollins, who is, so we say, the leader, the one with the sight. Xia Li, the one with the harmful body. And Azeez here, who knows how to smash folks. Yes, I'm quite aware of that, Gorilla Monsoon says, but let me tell you something. I think that Seth Rollins should fight by himself. I think that he was a weakling for entrusting to you as his overseer and having Xia Li and Azeez watch his back. You can say whatever you want, Gorilla Monsoon, but we are taking over the toy wrestling gathering one way or another. Well, that was my talk with Seth Rollins. Back to you, Michael Cole, and Tony Schiavone. Thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Seth Rollins and Paulie Dangerously here today on Dynamite or Mike. And that's all the time we got here for, Dynamite or Mike. I, Michael Cole, with Tony Schiavone and with Taz. We hope you like Dynamite or Mike. And we'll see you tomorrow for Impact or Hit.